Anya Wajawago, Anya Putago, Ife Bebego, Imamoni, 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 Imamoni,
Why are you not smiling? Yeah, that's me. I am doing a caustic call, so. That's JJ, my media director. That is my production director.
and this is my boss.
I am Myace-China, and I'm the mayor of housing. I'm free to start small. Yeah, I actually came into real estate 3 years ago, and I started so small in Abuja here. Now in 2018, when we launched our company, I was a founding director for Lifestyle Asset Hub. I was privileged to be their success strategist. The CEO is Abio UK. The chairman is Chief Buki Adetula. He's an attorney at law in the state of New Jersey. So but when we started 2018, we didn't even have a plot of land. But we had an idea that we knew that was powerful enough to actually revolutionize the housing space. And we knew it was an idea that worked because we've done the sounding and we started. So right here in Abuja, I've probably done more than 10,000 presentations to more than 20,000 or 100,000 prospects. And I remember when we finished, most people would laugh. But fast forward to 2019, we got our first land in Kusipe, and we had gotten some number of subscribers, I think about 100, and then we started. 2020 November, we presented or handed over the keys to our first 7 units. And then by 2021, we're now in 12 different locations with the 13th and 14th in view. We're in Ghana, we're in Kigali, we're in Cameroon with Cote d'Ivoire and Nairobi in view. In Nigeria, we're in 9 different locations, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Lagos, and all that. And we actually started, that company gave birth to the Mayor of Housing last year, November, when we came full circle. And we needed someone passionate about marketing to market both the housing solution and that company, and that was how the Mayor of Housing was born. So the only place I've actually taken full publicity and dominance is in Port Harcourt. And this year, March, we started a branch in Port Harcourt, and I went in with so much tsunami of publicity. In Port Harcourt right now, I'm like the #1 real estate company in Port Harcourt in terms of publicity. We sold off 48 units of our luxury duplexes in Reef Court Estate in 2 months. In fact, I did so much publicity, the CEO of Reef Court called and said, "China, calm down." You know that the boys video, "Mommy, calm down." And then when he mentioned you, I had to cut everything I was doing. I just came into Abuja. I've been in Port Harcourt most of the year because of that project, and the way they grabbed the opportunity. You know, sometimes a prophet is without honor only in his own country. So they grabbed it. I've been doing a lot. I just came in. I'm to leave tomorrow first flight. And when he mentioned you, where he killed it, he said you are a housing authority both nationally and internationally. I said, "What did you say?" He now sent me a video where you were talking on TV. I said, "No, I must go and see this man." And that's why we're here, sir.
My brother, you're welcome.
Thank you.
It's I like people that have passion for housing.
Yes, sir.
I left school in 1999.
Wow.
I worked with the military for 14 years.
Wow.
Before I started my private practice. I got to the point in the military where, as a civilian, there's no other position to go. I became coordinating head of department and head of civilians in the organization. I wouldn't be the MD.
Yes,
I would always be a major general.
person. Yes.
I kick-started both Air Force housing, Navy housing, police housing that failed
Oh.
from the Army housing scheme.
Okay.
I had, before I left the army, we had done 14,000 units in
Wow.
23 states.
Wow. That's huge.
On my own, I consulted for quite a number of people, right? And basically, I started private real estate from consultancy.
Okay.
I went in and measured in joint venture expertise.
Okay.
Then I came back and did my professional courses as an estate surveyor.
Wow.
Value. I went back to do my masters in environmental management.
Wow.
I've done several courses on housing.
Good.
In fact, I'm trying to finish a project. There's a project I'm about to start. If I finish that project, I deferred a course in Institute of Housing Studies, Netherlands. I'll go back. That institute is affiliated with UN. I'll go back and finish it up.
Okay.
If I give you my CV,
Yes.
I've done housing policies even for the government.
Good.
So I have passion for housing.
Beautiful.
And sometimes when we will need to, that I was telling you, we will need to separate housing development as a private investment
Yes.
from provision of affordable housing for the generality of the Nigerian population.
Beautiful.
They are two entirely different.
Exactly.
A housing developer is an investor
The
who tries to
businessman.
make money.
He's a businessman
After
just trading
investing
in
money.
properties. Yeah.
When you're talking affordable housing,
wants to solve a solution.
you begin to have proper solutions to
Yes.
people who may not be able to afford the luxury
Exactly.
of what we are doing.
Exactly.
I also own an estate in
Good.
Oluwe.
Good.
I'm trying to do some other ones.
Good.
So as we proceed, I will be.
While we proceed, you just said something. While researching on low-cost housing, I discovered that Netherlands happens to be at the heart of it. While researching alternative housing materials and effective indigenous housing materials, I discovered that Netherlands has been at the heart of it. In fact, there was a company I was trying to find how to get in touch with. I think the person that told me about the company didn't give me the proper nomenclature for that company, because when I searched online, I couldn't find them. So we actually have a solution that will interest you.
Okay.
It is called social funding.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll give you a brief narrative of how we started. And we launched our premium package, which is a luxury duplex with a rooftop private swimming pool and a BQ en suite, 4-bedroom. In fact, we're in 4 different locations in Gusape right now in Abuja. And in other places, it's only in prime areas. And it's only for people that can afford 2 million naira, between 2 million naira and 85 million. So my company is not interested, my parent company is not interested in low cost housing, because that luxury space is a handful. The only person championing that low cost housing, passionate enough to bring the revolution we need in that low cost housing, is yours sincerely. And all I wanted to do is that I found out that housing in Nigeria cannot be solved by the government, because the government is getting weaker and weaker as an institution.
Okay.
Housing in Nigeria cannot be solved by government-owned or government-controlled institutions. And then housing in Nigeria cannot also be solved by individual developers who are just businessmen. I now asked myself, what actually built Nigeria? And I found out that Nigeria was built on the back of collaborations. Because before oil, the advent of oil and big government as we know it, we're having agri-revolutions on the back of cooperatives. Cooperative banks were the biggest banks. The tallest building in Nigeria in 1962 was the cocoa building in Ibadan, built on the back of the cocoa cooperative. All the exploits across the agri value chain was built on the back of collaboration and cooperation. And I said the divide and rule that we inherited from maybe colonialism, and then the nepotism and ethnicity we've inherited and further exacerbated by the government and politics of where you're from, it's weakening Nigeria and weakening our institutions, because you can't have a unilateral institution in Nigeria that is occupied by just one tribe or by some. We are so divided across so many lines that the only thing that unifies us and the one religion everybody understands is money. Somebody said, one author said, when it comes to money, we're all of one religion. And then if we can collaborate and have what I call natural peer leadership, just like when we were in school, we didn't choose or select who will be the leader of our small gang. We just found out that, man, Teddy is good, all of us just follow Teddy. So naturally, when there is that natural meritocracy, there is a natural followership and a natural leadership by responsibility and natural skills. If we're able to create a system that maximizes that and scales that, we'll be able to scale solution with a system that is self-sustaining, self-duplicating, and self-auditing. And one of the systems I've seen is cooperatives. These are Esusu system we do in the office. You don't see people of unlike minds coming together. He was just telling me his wife runs one cooperative they've done for how many months, and they've never broken it because they know themselves is within people of like minds and like interests. So we started what we call social funding, which is a housing solution that hybridized that Esusu system of cooperative and contribution and network marketing without the 7 disadvantages we discovered in these systems. And we've applied this successfully to produce. Mr. Teddy Obi is my executive partner and also the first qualifier for social funding housing scheme in the world. He qualified for a 4-bedroom SMART-DUPLEX, eco-friendly and Google's automated with a rooftop private swimming pool and a BQ in Gusape, worth 140 million naira with a one-time payment of 4 million naira. And by the time he paid last year, it was 3 million naira. He never paid any other money. So the difference between Esusu and social funding is, in Esusu you pay repeatedly, but in social funding you pay just once. Difference between it and network marketing is 5 differences. There's no marketing, there's no follow-up, there's a cashback guarantee because of course it's real estate, it has to have some security, and then there's no multiple accounts. It's not a pyramid scheme, it's actually an anti-pyramid scheme. Because I've sounded this system for a premium package and it works, I am now trying to even put together a value collaboration. And I now found that I can't do it as the Mayor of Housing Limited, I can't do it as any other limited, but as cooperatives. I'm going back to what built Nigeria. And when people hear cooperatives these days, they see it as one low class. The way we have downgraded cooperatives recently, it looks like one low class, maybe something farmers do or something locals do. But in Israel, for instance, cooperative happen to be their biggest strength.
Open that. Open this last level there. Open them. Open. Give me 1.5 there. 1.5 from that side. So so you see, when you see providential alignments, you just know, like I was telling him, when I don't plan things and they come in fast and furious, I flow with them. Today was a busy day for me. I had a lot of proposals to push out because I'm trying to tidy up my documentation with my parent company and then fly back to Port Harcourt. So when he sent me a video, meanwhile, you look better on TV. You are looking like Elizabeth or one of those big politicians on TV. So, when I saw it, I told him, who is this guy? I'm seeing something international development. He said, yes, that you are the guru. I said, let's go.
because I'm building the biggest real estate and agri cooperative in Africa next year. It's so huge, I didn't even want to attempt building it this year. And then I read the Cooperative Act policy and guidelines for 2 months. I read a lot, so for me to dedicate 2 months is a lot. And I discovered that in the what they call committees in cooperatives, ours is going to go with masterminds. Because when two good heads come together with mutual interest and understanding, 3 super heads are created. And imagine when that is exponentially grown. So there are 2 things I'm doing. I have a solution that works, social funding. I have, and does not require government interference. It does not require donor funds. It does not require investors. The donor funds it only subsidizes it. Like if our subscription to a cooperative and housing stuff is 10K, and one donor guy comes and says, okay, I'll subsidize it to be by 2K and it will be 8K. He's only helping the masses to make it more affordable and accessible. But the success of it does not require all that. We've not taken a dime from any bank. We've not taken a dime from any investor. And that's why I pride myself as the mayor of housing, because I don't even need government endorsement to proliferate the solution I am championing. So that next year, we are now taking it to the low-cost housing. But I need the best brains in terms of policies, in terms of technology. Yesterday, I gave somebody a 4 million naira account paid for because he is my schoolmate, and he told me he has been doing a lot of research. He read estate management or architecture, so he have done a lot of research in alternative building and low-cost building. He has even low-cost designs. My architect specializes in minimalistic or minimalism architecture, and I told people that before government came, we were not sleeping outside in our villages. We knew how to build houses, and we also knew how to collaborate to build houses. When Teddy is building and all his friends come and help him bring out clay blocks to build. And we need indigenous materials, because the dollar-naira dichotomy, forex dichotomy, we need indigenous materials that even if dollar goes to 1,000 naira a dollar, we can still build at the rate we build, because we still procure these materials locally. So there is a lot that comes into it. With alternative energy, for me, the richest thing in Africa is solar. We have so much sun, it's scourging us. We should be able to turn that sun into an asset. The greatest strength we have as Nigeria is population. We're the most populous black nation. So if you can turn population to strength, and social funding is built on social capital. And so when he told me, I just knew I needed to come here. In fact, when you were mentioning Institute of Building or something in the Netherlands, I was already saying the MBA I wanted to do in Lagos at London Business School next January will have to wait for me to visit the Netherlands, know what the curriculum, and start learning. Even most of the leaders of those mastermind groups I have, I don't mind. Why I'm passionately pursuing this premium package and raking in a lot of capital is that if we have 12 masterminds in our cooperatives that control most of the value chain, the mastermind on design, the mastermind on alternative materials, the mastermind on research, and I don't mind the 12 of them going for alternative building material technology, whatever knowledge that will be relevant to development of housing. And it's a profit-based cooperative. That's why I told you that in conclusion, we only have one religion: money. So the fact that when you belong to this cooperative, you get a dividend, when you get a house, you get so many things, everybody would want to do it. And it's a self-sustaining system. We've discovered that the exit and entry is seamless. There's exit strategy, there's entry strategy. It's like any other, like our local markets, where you can come in, sell your tomato and go. And if you are tired of being a marketer, you go. Somebody else will buy your shop or some that way. The market is always there. There's no one individual that determines the market. So that's what we have. And meeting you already, I feel like pouring out everything and dumping it on your table.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Let the Mayor of Housing help you get a smart home.